Prisoner, sit.
Cup of tea, perhaps?
Wouldn't say no. Tar very much.
Thank you, Sergeant. So, Palmer Harold, son of Arthur, a dockyard labourer, and Maud, a textile worker. Excelled at school, you were offered a place at Imperial College, London, where you graduate with a first-class degree in mathematics. It's unusual, son of a docker.
Ought to be some way of preventing it.
Generally there is.
Must have slipped through the net, Mr.
1952, enlisted into the 1st Battalion, the Gloucestershire Regiment, you ended up in Korea. You were recommended for a Distinguished Conduct Medal, did you know that? Gallantry under fire. It's very impressive. You could have applied for a commission, become an officer.
Think so?
Perhaps not. And so you find yourself in Berlin. There, you are surrounded, I imagine, by folk with a poorer grip of arithmetic than yourself, and you see an opportunity. Military supplies may be easily stolen and sold locally for United States dollars.
What do you want?
You're acquainted with a chap in Berlin. You may know him by any of a dozen names, but to avoid confusion, let's you and I call him House Martin. I believe you're in business together.
For a while.
And then?
Then I found other people to do business with.
What sort of business?
Lobsters. Had a contact on the ground at the US Air Force Base. Pilot brought them in on ice from Marseille. I sold them to House Martin. He smuggled them to the east and sold them to German mistresses of the Russian generals. And this led to a feeling of tranquility, and so a flashpoint in Berlin, and therefore nuclear war itself was continuously averted. And we all lived happily ever after, but for some unfathomable reason, I never did get that Nobel Peace Prize.
Must have been your working class origins holding you back again.
Shall I go back to my cell now?
I want information as to how exactly we might contact this man.
And in return, what will you give me? An extra mug of tea a day? Thanks, Governor.
I will seek to improve your conditions.
It's not easy, you know. He's a smart man. And he's very suspicious and nasty too. He cuts people. Enjoys it, I think. Men and women too.
And how do we approach him?
I'll see you coming a mile away.
So what are you proposing, prisoner 17315 Palmer? Out of the question.
Is it? I would have thought that depends on how badly you need my help.